on my way now. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now.
I cannot get over this beach. And here's the thing, this isn't even the best beach here. We know that just from our little bit of research. There's something called the Blue Lagoon we're going to show you at the end of the video. Welcome to a sweltering hot Ölüdeniz today. It's 32 degrees, that's what my watch tells me, so you're gonna see us sweating a lot.
We heard so many good things about this town, and we're not staying too far away in Fethiye, so we decided to check it out for the day. One of the main reasons for coming here is to compare the differences between here and Fethiye, which is where we were in the last video, and specifically Kalish Beach, which is the area we're staying, which is also happens to be a beach town, so it'll be interesting to compare the two. We also hear there's an epic beach here, so we will definitely be checking that out.
So the first thing we have noticed right away is the vibe is a lot different here.
Yeah, definitely younger. Most people in Fethiye, especially in our area, are probably retired British people.
Yes.
Definitely younger people here. It seems more expensive just from like the sandwich boards I'm seeing and the prices displayed. And it seems just smaller. It's obviously smaller, more compact, but just a lot more shops kind of packed into one area.
Well, it definitely does not take long to get to the beach. Oh my, this is impressive. And I think this is just the start of this whole beach trip. So we've heard that Cappadocia's thing is hot air balloons. So basically when you're there, you look up in the sky, you see hot air balloons everywhere. Well, here it's a little different.
Yeah, it's paragliding, is that what they're doing?
It's paragliding.
Yeah, it looks really cool. There's tons of them. Actually, there were more when we got here. I think I swear there were like 50 of them. I was wondering how they weren't running into each other. Now there's maybe like, oh, there's still quite a few up there, but maybe 20 or 30. So I have to think if you ever were interested in doing paragliding, this would be maybe the perfect spot to do it. I think you start way up from the mountain up there. It's really, really high up, and then you get to go all over the beach. The views must be insane. So sometimes vlogging days go super smoothly and everything goes exactly as planned, and then sometimes they don't. So we just spent like 45 minutes walking around in the heat, and now I'm super sweaty. Trying to find just a restaurant with a mezes platter that wasn't too loud so that you could actually hear us talk. And it took us forever. This place that we ended up at seems great, but they did not have a mezes platter, but they had a bunch of different mezes. So that's what we just ordered.
Well, the food has arrived and we're not going to go hungry for sure. Check out this, we got some cheese Borek. What's this again?
I think it's a chili dip.
Wow, that looks delicious. And we got some hummus. And then there's this big old piece of bread with a few more, I think, dips that come with the table, huh?
And just to clarify on the bread, it looks like a big hunk of bread. It's actually hollow in the middle. I don't know what it's actually called, but we've been calling it puffy bread. But it's like really, really thin when you pull it open and just hollow in the middle. It's really cool.
All right, I'm gonna start with some hummus. Oh, the hummus here is so much better than the hummus we are used to. It's like a little bit smoky, it's also creamy, and with this bread, it adds a bit of crunch. It just rounds out the whole thing, but I'm such a big fan of hummus everywhere we go, but so far in Turkey, it's been the best. All right, let's go for the Borek. This feels a little bit hot, so hopefully I don't burn myself here. Oh wow. I've had Borek before. What it is, there's cheese on the inside, and of course the outer layer is deep fried. But the cheese, I think it's a feta cheese. But what I don't know is what that sauce is. I think it might be a sweet and sour sauce. Maybe someone can let me know, because I've never had Borek dipped in that, but it makes for a great little combo.
My turn. I'm starving over here. Let me try this chili dip, I think it's called. And I'm gonna use some of that puffy bread. Try it. There's a kick to that. That's good. Not too spicy. It's probably toned down a little bit here because we're in a super touristy area, but definitely some spice to it. It's really, really tomatoey. It almost seems like a tomato paste almost, with like probably some onion in there and some different peppers. So it's got a little bit of like a crunch to it. Good texture. Yeah, really good.
I think this is the perfect little meal before we get to the beach. So for those of you wondering where we are in the world, well, we can tell you that if you're from the United Kingdom, you definitely know where this is because it's nothing but people from that area here. If you happen to be from North America, let's say the United States or even Canada, you're probably like, where is this? Well, we're in the south of Turkey and it is gem, right? It is, and we've heard 0 North American accents since we've been here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're the only people. So we have made it into the Blue Lagoon area. It's actually a protected area, so you have to pay to get in. It's 7 lira per person, so it's like, what, $1 or something like that? Maybe 2? Not very much. So this is it from above, guys. So we must be maybe down here somewhere or down here, something like that. Yeah, you can walk. I think we're there. All the way around. But look at that. Whoa, that is pretty epic. So this is kind of like the left-hand side of the beach. We're still basically on the sea here, but someone just told us if we keep going straight and eventually turn right, we're going to be in the lagoon. Whoa. We found it. Look at this. Look how calm the water is. There's not as many people as I thought would be here. There are a lot of screaming kids. There are a lot of kids. This is, by the way, apparently the very, very end of the season, and there are quite a few people here for that, I would say. But I can't even imagine what it would be like in like July or August. It looks like there's a bunch of activities here you can do. This person has a paddleboard, and then there's paddle boats and kayaks. Man, what a spot. It's so calm and peaceful here. We got away from the kids. So we found some beach chairs. I think we're gonna lounge for a while. But it's funny, we got here and we noticed like you could really hear like kids screaming and just people talking in general and just more background noise, which is odd for the beach. And I realized it's because the water really doesn't make a sound. There's no waves to speak of. It's basically like a lake. So you guys know we usually like to fly the drone in places like this. I mean, this is absolutely stunning. But I'm just not sure. Like, I don't know if I take it up in the air, is someone gonna come running over and just tell me to take it down right away? I'm gonna get basically slapped on the wrist. I think I'm gonna try it anyway. Fingers crossed, it might just be short, but here we go. So how's that water? Absolutely perfect. It's cool enough that it's refreshing, but not cold even in the slightest. You know what it reminds me of a little bit? The color is Starfish Beach in Panama, right? It was like really calm like this. If there were starfish around here, it would be very much like it. It's so the clearest water ever. Like you can see straight to the bottom. I don't think the setting could get much better. Like as I look inwards from the water, all I see is like turquoise green water, huge mountains in one direction, paragliders, it's green and mountainous behind me. It's amazing. So we're just sitting here enjoying an Efes Turkish beer, and we're just talking about how much we're enjoying this place. We didn't know this was here before today. All we knew is that we were going to come to the south of Turkey, I think. Yeah, we knew we were going to be landing in Fethiye. But yeah, didn't really make a whole lot of plans, which is kind of how we like to travel. We don't always get to do it, but we try to as much as possible not plan too far in advance. Yeah. So for instance, we had just booked an Airbnb up until today, basically, and then we were able to extend it for 5 days because we didn't want to leave. Our favorite thing, and we were hoping we can do that. So like we got to this place, we were hoping to slow down a little bit on our travels, and we were hoping our place like just fit our style for work and travel, and it did. Yeah. And now that we're here in this beautiful place, we're starting to look on Google Maps for another place to go. I know that would scare a lot of people, like if you don't know where you want to go on your, I guess, vacation. Most people would vacation. To us, it's one of our favorite things.
Yeah, but I think when we first started traveling, we liked having everything booked in advance. We knew we were going to stay.
Yeah.
We knew how we were going to get everywhere. Now
Absolutely.
I love, like, if I don't know where I'm staying the next day, I find that exciting.
I know, and we're eyeing this. So back to Google Maps, we found this place called maybe a couple hours from here called Cache, like a K-A-S, and we just found it by like looking on the coastline on Google Maps, and it looks amazing. So now we're like, maybe we go to Cache.
Yeah, we did start asking around about it too, and everybody had nice things to say. But they say stuff like, "Oh, it's really small." And we're like, "Yes, that's what we love. We love small places."
All right, we're now back at our place. We had such a relaxing time at the Blue Lagoon, but we had to get in a cab, come back to Fethiye because someone has to get some dental work done today.
Yeah, I actually broke a crown recently, and when we were looking at Turkey, I realized that it's a big dental tourism place, and it's really cheap and really high quality to get dental work done here, believe it or not.
Get this, it's actually cheaper for us to get on a plane, fly to Turkey, get her dental work done than it is than being in Halifax in Canada, like walking down the road to our dentist.
Yeah.
But now we're back at our Airbnb, and we're going to give you guys a quick little tour.
Over here we have a pretty big kitchen. It's got pretty much everything. You got your cooktop, washing machine, that's awesome, and a dishwasher too. And I don't even remember the last time we stayed somewhere with a dishwasher. It's like an added bonus.
Yeah, it's great. It's also a table here that we are using as a desk, and then we have a very big living room, as you can see. Big old couch, flat screen television. There is a heat pump air conditioner, and we have 2 bedrooms. Here's one.
I'll show you the other one. This is our master bedroom. It's got a queen size bed, the closet is over here, and there's also AC in both bedrooms.
And over here is the bathroom, of course. We have a toilet, a very nice vanity, and there's even a walk-in shower, which is a very nice touch.
I will show you the best part.
Nice little patio.
Yeah.
But
Check out the pool.
we've been spending a lot of time at this pool. I can tell you that it's been in the 30s, like 32 degrees every single day.
So as we already mentioned, we actually booked this through Airbnb. We rely a lot on Airbnb when we're traveling. It saves us so much money. If you have never used it before, we're actually gonna put a link up on the screen and we'll put it in the description below as well. So you can save, I think it's about $40 US on your very first booking. I know a lot of people are a little nervous or a little hesitant of using it. You might hear horror stories or like read a newspaper article or something about, you know, people's bad stories about it. We've actually never really had a bad experience, knock on wood so far.
Yeah.
It's gone really, really well for us, and we really, really depend on it. But if you are a little nervous about it, I actually wrote a blog post just with some tips, like some of our best tips for finding a really good Airbnb and what to look out for. So I'm going to put that down in the description.
So while you guys go check that out, we should tell you who we are, just in case you got this far in the video. I'm Trevor, and this is Anna. We're the Delightful Travelers. There's a little subscribe button. If you click that and the little bell next to it, you will follow our adventures all around the world. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up, and if you leave us a comment, then we know you're watching. Now, in the next video, we think we're going to Kaş, which is another kind of beach town in the south of Turkey. If not, we might be eating some Turkish breakfast.
Yeah.
Trying to decide on that one. And the last video, we were hanging out here in Fethiye around Kalash Beach and the
Downtown,
Old Town.
the Old Town area. Yeah, we're just kind of exploring the city.
We highly recommend, we know this is at least, we highly recommend you visit the south of Turkey so far. Between Fethiye and OLUDENIZ, we're having such a great time here.
All right, guys, that's it.
From Fethiye, wishing you delightful travels.
See you soon.
Oh,